Next to skate, representing Ireland, Dillon.
Second Junior Grand Prix of the season for 18-year-old Dillon Judge from Ireland.
Second year on the Junior Grand Prix, 19th in Courchevel this season, skating to Englishmen in New York by state. Let's park the mistakes for a second, because I think it was a good choice of music. Okay, it didn't have his best skate, that's for sure. But it was a little bit more, how do I put that, a cleaner piece of music, not so complicated, simpler to a certain degree. And had the program gone the way he wanted it to go, it would have been quite nice.
Absolutely, and we saw Dillon competing in France in Courchevel in the first Junior Grand Prix. And I was talking then about the fact that Dillon suffers from type 1 diabetes. And after the event, as we see the triple sacco double toe to start the program, I found out that his blood sugar levels competing at altitude, as you see that painful fall in the triple loop, were dangerously low. And this is an athlete that does suffer with a disability that has to be taken into consideration when competing. Judges obviously don't acknowledge that. But knowing this is a human that will compete with huge repercussions on his physical state because of a disability, it's just an amazing attribute to him, and putting himself out there again and again.
Yeah, and you know, he had some difficulties with the landings, the mechanics of the takeoff are good. Once again, just sort of knowing where you are in the air and when to get out of those rotations and stop it and somehow get that 1 foot down.
We see here another example of a skater whose spin levels, it's frustrating for him, because then that is relatively easy, but unfortunately, if you drop on the spins, and if the jumps have mistakes and then you lose levels on the spins, it's just a little bit frustrating when you get a score that again isn't indicative of what you were expecting or hoping for. And I'm sure Dillon really conscious of the desire to try and get the junior world score and get an Irish representative
yes
at that standard event. And so beyond this competition, I'm sure Dillon and his coach Margaret there will be considering the other international competitions that he will go to and trying to get that elusive 25 points in the technical element score, which awaits him here.
Yeah, looks he's going to be right short of that, you know, on this skate today.
And, you know, Dillon, I know, is intensely passionate on his desire to be competitively successful, as are all the competitors in this 28-man field. And it's just, again, as we say, not losing the opportunity and being lost in the moment, because it's a really challenging turnaround. That's the frustration. He had a horrible fall in that triple loop. He's going to feel defeated and deflated and frustrated, but then come Saturday, he's got to make sure that's turned around, and he still chases after that TES in the long program, which is much more difficult to attain as well.
When you have, and that's a psychological thing, when you have that talking to yourself and you're convincing yourself one way, then you're convincing yourself another way. Everybody has two people in their head. It depends on which one wins the argument, right? As to whether you're able to recover. Yeah, let's take a look at the short program scores for Dillon. 33.28, and that will put Dillon currently in the 14th place.
The young judge from Ireland has earned the short program 33.28 total points. He is currently in 14th place.
That completes